Hi, I'm Izzat Rahmat. So you want to be a junior fashion designer? To be in fashion field, well, at least you need to have any certificate in fashion. It don't need to be a higher education certificate, but if you have skills, you can survive in fashion field. Depends on what you want to be. If you want to be working with a big brand, of course, you need a degree in fashion. If you want to start your own company, you don't need to have a degree. If you have at least you have any certificate or any skill work or diploma, you can start your own. But most importantly, you have to have that talent and you have to be creative and you need to have patience to be a fashion designer. Basically, you will start your day with checking your emails and you will reply all the inquiries and then you will start on the workshop. Some people call workshop, some people call studio, where all the magic happens, where all the non-glamorous thing you have to do, the non-glamorous that you will not see on social media or any other places. I mean, where you have to cut your material, where you have to do pattern drafting for 10 times to find the correct cutting, where you have to do the finishing, where you have to brainstorming to do all the small detail like embroidery, all the beads work, where it will took time, where you suddenly, when you check the time, it's almost 12. This is where all the mess happen that no one will see and no one knows. I will ask what customer want, what kind of design, what kind of event. And then from there, we will start with live sketches. I love to do live sketching in front of my customer instead of I prepare a few design and customer can check. And then from there, we will choose color, we will choose material, and then we will proceed with measurement. Usually during this time, I will ask customer after they like this design or not. But most importantly, you have to ask your customer first what they want and what they imagine. Usually customer will come with the references and the mood board for you. When your clients see your dresses or your artwork, I mean, people will know that is your dresses, that is your design, okay? This is what most of young designer nowadays don't have. You don't need to do all the extravaganza details, or you don't need to do all the very avant-garde dresses to be known or for people to know that is your baju. What you need is what type of cutting, what kind of color, what kind of look, material that suit your look. From there, your client and people will know that is your design. If you are creative and you are well educated in fashion field, there's always job for you. If there is no job for you, you can start your own business from your house. You can be a bidder, you can be a pattern drafter, you can be a seamstress, you can be a tailor, you can be a junior fashion designer, assistant fashion designer. This is all the job you can get if you be in the fashion field. There's two kind of fashion designer. You can be a fashion designer for a fashion brand, or you can be a fashion designer for your own brand. When talking about being a fashion designer for a fashion brand, there's a lot of job scope, there's a lot of opportunity, there is a lot of position. So you don't need to worry. You know, when I was started after I graduate, I started with 60 ringgit baju kurung. I lend money to buy the sewing machine and then I start the business. You don't need to be ashamed from where you start. I start from the scratch. I know nothing. I don't have any equipment. I don't have any table. I cut my first baju. I have to put on the floor. I have to cut on the floor. Being a fashion designer, you can look as glamorous as you want. But one thing you need to know, your starting salary would be 1,200 for junior designer. But there is an increment for each year. Not to worry. There is normal salary if you're not working with a big brand. I've met clients that it's very hard to impress. I don't mind if the client to be a fussy, but there is a time and there is a place. when you meet your designer, when your designer consult to you, suggest something to you, that is the best to you. But when client didn't listen to things that you suggest, that you consult, then that will be the worst day of my life. From the time that you step in, I know if the client will be a good client or not so good client. First of all, when I lose the mood to do the baju and to do dresses, I will do whatever she wants. Okay, I will not give any consultation. I will just do. When after the job done, then that is the draw line. No more. Time flexibility. You can plan your own day, you can plan your own holiday, but one thing for sure, there is no weekend, there is no office hour. You will be working all day, 24/7. You can have a very long weekend. It's all your choices. Other than time flexibility, I think the best thing in my job is client. When you find a good client, the client that will listen to you, that trusts you, that appreciate your artwork, your client satisfaction is the best thing in your job. For all the young graduate out there, don't be afraid to be in fashion field. There's always job opportunity. You need to willing to learn, you need to be creative, and you need the talent given by God.